or visit www.grilltogo.com for a store near you.
Back in Chicago, 3-2 Red Sox on top. Manny Ramirez to lead it off. Ramirez, Millar, and Nixon here in the top of the 6th inning. As the Red Sox are being out hit by the White Sox 5-1. The only hit for Boston coming back in the 1st inning. And the Red Sox fortunate that Dan Wright helped out with 3 walks in the 1st. And he had an error in behind him. The Red Sox come away with a 3-run 1st inning. They've not had a hit since. They've not scored a run since. And Dan Wright has significantly calmed down since the 1st inning. Only 1 base runner since the 1st, a walk 2. Manny Ramirez fouls this off, 1-2.
It looks like the backswing too got Josh Paul right on that catcher's mitt. Watch the backswing from Ramirez and watch him catch the catcher's mitt of Josh Paul. Now he's got the helmet on backwards.
He can't figure out what he wants to do. The 1-2. And a foul tips it at the plate. Stays alive.
I want to correct something I said last inning. I read my information wrong. This week's series is at Shea Stadium between the Mets and the Yanks. Okay. The following week will be at Yankee Stadium. I had it all written down here, but I read it wrong. So if anybody's interested in that series, it's at Shea this weekend.
1-2. And he lines it to left. Carlos Lee hitting over and makes the catch. On the sinking line drive, he had to run towards the line and move it heading down fast. He makes a catch up off the shoe tops, route number 1.
Well, Manny's standing on second base thinking he's got a double. And he's going to stay there until somebody tells him he's out. Line shot by Ramirez, sinking quickly, and you know there is the backhanded play obviously by Carlos Lee, but Manny, who was running hard, did not see it and did not see a call by the umpire, so he just stood at second base, and finally they told him to go ahead back to the dugout. He caught it.
Scared me a little bit there for a moment.
Oh, don't let things like that frighten you, Don.
Kevin Millar takes a strike.
How do you not know he was out?
Down on the count, 0-2. He walked in the 1st inning, struck out looking in the 3rd. His wife, Gina Millar, enjoyed Oprah the day before yesterday, as did some of the Red Sox wives. I always thought they did the Oprah show downtown, but I guess they don't do it downtown. They do it outside of town.
Yeah, and they tape a couple of them a day, too.
I didn't know that either.
You might think Oprah works every day, but that's not true.
Very deceiving. Got him. 4th strikeout for Dan Wright, and there's 2 down.
Stay tuned after the game for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox postgame show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis, hosted by Bob Rogers and a new lineup of studio analysts. After the last inning, the action is just beginning.
Well, Dan Wright has sent down 10 Red Sox in a row as Trot Nixon stands in. A check swing grounder softly by the mound. Jimenez on the run and in time to get Nixon. Bang, bang play. Red Sox down in order in the 6th on top 3-2.
About the country.
Come on, Cupcake, you can do it.
Come on, tough guy.
Come on, baby, come on. We're almost
Get inside that thing.
Good job, man. Dude, grab your mics. There's nothing but a fish and empty bottles in here.
When you're fishing for refreshment, a hard Mike's is good to find.
Making Mike's.
You want the best values in America? Well, they're here now at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive.
Where you'll find our best products.
Like the powerful Ram 1500 with an available 5.7-liter Hemi. And our best deals. Get a $2,500 cash allowance or 0% APR financing for up to 60 months on Ram.
All with Dodge's 7-year, 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
Let us prove we got the best values in America. Hurry to your Dodge dealer today.
You know, the pitcher's probably the most important guy in the whole field.
If you're so good and you can get people out and stuff, how come they don't put you in until the end of the game?
Well, because they want somebody well-rested and strong that's got good stuff so they can go out there and get those last tough few outs.
So, for the rest of the time, you just sit around and watch the game?
Sort of.
Cool.
For quality Goodyear tires and great auto service, Sullivan Tire delivers.
That's me. I gotta go.
Well, the president and CEO of the Boston Red Sox taking in today's game with his club on top 3-2 as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Derek Thomas, Maglio Ordonez, and Brian Daubach faced Derek Lowe here in the 6th inning. Lowe enjoyed a quick and easy 5th. Sent down 1-2-3. Thomas 0 for 2, slide to left and lined out to right field. Evens up at 1-1. Thomas has been playing first base for the White Sox on a more regular basis after the last couple of years, seeing the bulk of his time as a DH.
Lucchino out here with John Henry, who was at the ball game obviously yesterday and somewhere here today. Theo Epstein also on the Red Sox trip. You don't think he bought he didn't do that shopping, did he?
I'm going to say Stacy did.
That had to be.
He's very thoughtful, but I think Stacy would be more concerned about Wally than maybe Larry. Lined down the left field line, foul. And it's 1-2. It's nothing better than puffy slippers.
Did you steal yours? Tell the truth.
I'm not going to answer that question.
I know Mike Narachi took it.
Well, I mean, is it really stealing? I mean, they put them in the room.
Of course, it's pilferage.
I mean, they're in plastic and they're disposable.
But they're not yours. They're only yours while you stay there.
They don't keep them after you leave, do they?
They put them in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, I don't really think it's stealing. I'm not saying that I took mine. I don't think it's really stealing. The 2-2 is into center field. Frank Thomas with a leadoff base hit here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
The Red Sox now provide a free shuttle bus operated by Paul Revere to Fenway Park from Northeastern University. Service is provided for every Red Sox home game. Clean, comfortable, handicap-accessible buses depart every 10 minutes, beginning 90 minutes before game time, and buses return to the station at Northeastern up to 1 hour after the game. For more info, visit redsox.com.
So Thomas on at first base. Maglio Ordonez, who's walked and grounded out. Well, the White Sox bats have come to life. Their starting pitching has been very good in the series. And after a shaky first inning for Dan Wright, he's really settled down quite nicely. And the Red Sox offense, which has been so explosive all season long, has been stymied here for the bulk of this series against the White Sox, to the tune of just 1 hit today, way back in the first inning. 2-1 now to Ordonez.
You know, if anything, for Ordonez, watching him in this series now, I remember him being a hitter that would really spray the ball through the whole ballpark and with power. And it seems like for most of the time in this series, he's tried to pull the ball. He can really use that right center field gap with some authority.
Evens up at 2-2 to Ordonez. The Red Sox still averaging over 6 runs a game, 6.1 runs per game. Full count to Ordonez. 87 pitches today for Derek Lowe so far as he works here with nobody out in the 6th inning. Red Sox have had no action in their bullpen today. There goes Thomas at first, and Ordonez fouls it off. This is a sight you're not used to seeing all that often.
Now, Ordonez is a guy that really makes contact, doesn't strike out all that much, so it's not that big of a gamble, especially against a sinker ball pitcher. Trying to stay away from that possible double play.
Well, the payoff pitch again. Thomas off again, and this is popped up foul off first. Millar ranges over beyond the photographer's well, but it's backing out of play.
I will say this, with the lead and jump Thomas had that time, if Ordonez does strike out, Frank will be out by 20 feet. He had about a 2-foot lead over there at first. And you know, he's not there to steal a base. He knows he's just going to try to stay out of the deuce.
There he goes, and it is ball 4. Down and away, so they throw down, but it was ball 4, and Ordonez receives the 3rd walk of the day by Derek Lowe, and the White Sox have the first 2 on.
And looking toward first base umpire, they want to see if it was a swing by Ordonez, but they got the no shake. I like the way this game's going, Don. You know, Red Sox jump out 3-0, but yet have only 1 hit in the game, and really have not been able to do very much at all against Wright since he had those control problems back in the 1st.
Well, with the walk, Red Sox have some action now, some stirring down there in the bullpen. Looks like a right-hander. They'll begin to warm in the Boston bullpen. There's Jason Shield in the pen down there for the Red Sox. First action of the day down in the bullpen. Brian Daubach, who's been a nuisance in this series. He's been on base twice today, a single to right and a walk. Offensive swing, slicing it foul. Red Sox got a run in the 2nd and a run in the 3rd. They left the bases loaded in the 4th inning when Derek Lowe was able to get Joe Creedy to line out to right field to end the inning. And a 1-2-3 5th, and now in a jam in the 6th. On the ground, diving is Millar to knock it down, and by the time it ends up in right, Daubach's at first. Well, the bases are loaded. 2nd hit of the day for Brian Daubach, and there's nobody out.
Well, and credit Millar, too, for a nice effort to at least knock that ball down. If that ball gets by him, you might be talking about 2 more runs. Instead, he just gets the glove on it to slow it up, and that's going to keep everybody on the bases. But the Red Sox in big trouble here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
And Carlos Lee, the hitter, grounded into a double play in the 2nd inning, single to center in the 4th. He fouls off the first one. Thomas at 3rd, Maglio Ordonez at 2nd, Brian Daubach at 1st. The 0-1. Chopped to 3rd. Miller will come home for 1. Varitek to first for 2. A key double play initiated by Bill Miller at 3rd, and there's 2 down.
Derek Lowe very fortunate here. If you watch location of this pitch, it's a sinker ball that stays upstairs, and usually that's a ball that Lee will get in the air. Instead, he gets it on quickly down to Miller at 3rd base, and he turns a nice 5-2-3 double play. Varitek becomes a first baseman, then clears himself out of that runner's position and gets a double play.
That is the second double play of the game that Carlos Lee is grounded into.
He missed one too. He had a high sinker there to operate on.
Jose Valentin 1 for 2 and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt for strike 1.
Boy, I'll tell you what, double plays have really cost the White Sox a lot of runs the last couple of nights. I should say last couple of games.
And all low backs off. So the White Sox with the bases loaded, nobody out. Now there's 2 down, runners at second and third. And Veritek out to talk to Derek Lowe. Jason Shield continues to warm in the Boston bullpen. Chop towards shortstop. Nomar plays the slow hopper. The throw in the dirt. Millar can't dig it out. 1 run scores, and that's all they'll get. Is in from third comes Ordonez. An errant throw from Nomar Garciaparra.
Yeah, really not much Millar could do at first base either. It's the type of hop that's awfully tough to pick. All he could do over there is block it. So when it looked like the Red Sox were going to get out of this inning, incredibly, with still having the 1-run lead, the error at shortstop's going to tie this ball game up. Here's a throw by Nomar. It's going to be bounced to first base, and all Millar could do there is really block the ball.
The go-ahead run 90 feet away as the White Sox have runners at the corners, 2 down. Joe Creedy's 0 for 2. Is grounded out and lined out. The error of the first of the day for the Red Sox. 1 error for each side in the game now. And foul, as at third base Staubach had to hop up over that foul ball.
Well, you take your lead down there in foul territory. If you get hit in foul territory, no play. If you get hit in fair territory, out. Take your lead in foul territory, so you go back to the bag on the line.
The center field, Damon moving in to make the catch to end the inning. White Sox have tied the score at 3.
Red Sox fans are...
Steve Schumann. Thank you for making Charlie's Maine's #1 new car and truck dealer.
Charlie's in Augusta is Maine's supermarket of used vehicles with over 500 used vehicles in stock. SUVs, vans, trucks, passenger cars starting as low as $99 per month. Over the past 16 years, no one has sold more cars than Charlie's Motor Mall. If you're in the market for a quality pre-owned vehicle and want the highest trade-in allowance, the best used car warranty, free car washes, and the best selection, then come to Charlie's Motor Mall in Augusta.
Come see why over 6,000 customers a year buy cars and trucks at our dealerships.
I try as best I can to stop underage drinking, but I can't do it alone. We bring these kids in and all they get is a slap on the wrist and then they're at it again. We need help from everyone, including parents and judges. Otherwise, we're all part of the problem. And we become just another tool to help them drink.
Since 1975, the enforcement of minimum drinking age laws has saved over 17,000 lives. Say nothing, do nothing, stop nothing.
Hey, I'm a bartender, not a parent. Someone underage wants to drink? What do I care? I'm just trying to make the register ring, okay? If they're not drinking here, they're gonna go somewhere else. Who's it hurting anyhow? Can't they have some fun too?
Ignore underage drinking and you open up a way for them to drink. An average of 42 people under the age of 21 die every week in alcohol-related crashes. Say nothing, do nothing, stop nothing.
Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Dodge and by Foxwoods Resort Casino. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back in Chicago, now tied at 3. And the White Sox will bring on their second pitcher of the day, Damaso Marti.
31st appearance of the season. He's had a terrific season, as you can see with the numbers. The Red Sox got to him, though, in game 1 of this series. Came in the 9th inning, pitched a 1 inning, allowed a couple of earned runs, and had 1 walk in that ball game. Looks like Damian Jackson has come out on deck to hit for Giambi, so it'll be Miller, Jackson, and Veritek this inning.
Miller out after the first pitch. Hits it high and deep to center field. Harris back. He will leap and make the catch. Wow. Willie Harris ends up crashing into the wall out there, but holds on to it for out number 1.
Well, certainly playing deep this afternoon for Harris has paid off for him. That's a couple of plays now, and he really has not had to travel all that far to make the catch. All the way back to the wall this time. You see where he started from. Now he's on the track, the leap, and makes the catch, taking it high off the wall.
Jeremy Giambi will be hit for here by Damian Jackson. Giambi had been 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. So left field, Carlos Lee heading back. Front of the wall, he makes the catch. So 2 fly balls struck very well, and both have been caught on the dirt of the track. 2 down.
I'll tell you one thing, Marti hasn't fooled anybody in this inning, but he's got a couple of outs on long fly balls.
There's now 13 Red Sox in a row that have been retired by White Sox pitching, as Dan Wright had sent down 11 in a row before he left. And it worked out to be a very good outing for him after the shaky first inning. As over 6 innings, he gave up just 1 hit. That was Trot Nixon's 2-run single to Wright back in the first inning. So Wright, 6 innings, 1 hit, 3 runs. He walked 4 and struck out 4. 2 of the runs were earned. Lifts it to right. This one won't reach the track. Ordonez in. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Everything in the air. 7th inning stretch time. Tied at 3.
Got an old buddy waiting for a visit in Washington?
With everyday low fares on Southwest Airlines, flying to BWI is your best route to the capital.
You are now free to move about the country.
Right. Got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's great news. I appreciate it. Goodbye. Well, I've got some fantastic news.
I'm out of here.
No, it was Geico. Just saved myself a bunch of money on my car insurance.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
You have the ultimate power to look better, to be stronger, to redefine your body and yourself. Introducing the Bowflex Ultimate. Quite possibly the best home fitness machine ever made. In as little as 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, you can get real results that can change your entire body. With over 90 health club quality exercises and up to 410 pounds of resistance, it's like having an entire gym in your home. Bowflex is so effective that we guarantee you'll get the results you want in 6 weeks or less. Own the new Bowflex Ultimate with no money down and monthly payments lower than many health club dues. Call and ask for a free video and brochure, and check out the entire Bowflex lineup, or visit us on the web at BowflexUltimate.com today. The new Bowflex for ultimate results.
Seventh inning stretch, all tied at 3 here in Chicago. Keep cool as the season heats up. Sport your summer threads. Get your Major League Baseball authentic caps, jerseys, T-shirts, and more at RedSox.com. The RedSox.com shop for all things baseball.
Well, Damian Jackson, who pinch hit for Jeremy Giambi, takes over for him defensively in left field. And after 6 innings giving up 3 runs, Jason Shield comes on for Derek Lowe.
Jason Shield making his 12th appearance for the Red Sox. The record of 2-0. His second win coming Sunday against Houston back at Fenway. Had an inning in that game, 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, no strikeouts. 15 Ks in 17 innings to go along with a kind of a high total of walks, though. 12 walks for Shield.
Josh Paul, the White Sox catcher, leads it off. Done the same thing twice today. That's ground out to shortstop. Once in the 3rd, again in the 5th. And at the lip of the grass at 3rd is Bill Miller, as the White Sox and Red Sox are tied at 3 here into the bottom of the 7th inning. Jason Shield, 26 years of age, in his 9th professional season. Red Sox claiming him off waivers from the San Diego Padres. There's a strike, 1-1. So 200 career minor league games in his career between the Braves, Padres, and Red Sox chains. And used primarily as a starter. 72 overall minor league starts for Shield. Has at least 1 strikeout each of his last 8 appearances. 12 strikeouts over the last 8 appearances. Falls behind here, 3-1. Ball 40 walks the leadoff man here, in this case, the number 9 hitter in the White Sox order. Leadoff walk here for Josh Paul. That's the 4th walk given up by Red Sox pitching.
Now we'll see how they play it here. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Harris bunting and Bill Miller way in close at 3rd base.
Have to hurry up with Willie Harris if he does lay down a bunt, because he is a guy that can run a ton. Quick check over at first on Josh Paul. So the White Sox with a run in the bottom of the 6th inning to tie the score at 3. Now they get the lead man on here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Showing bunt, got out of the way of a pitch up top. Did he punch at it? No, as they check with Tim Timmons, the 3rd base umpire. No further action in the Boston bullpen right now. That one foul in the air, back to the backstop. 1-1. Not a good bid that time.
Yeah, actually got handcuffed on that bunt, and he's lucky he didn't pop it straight up.
Miller still expecting the bunt in on the grass at third, a few strides, as on the other side of the diamond, Kevin Millar holds on Josh Paul. And Willie Harris gets it down. Back to the mound quickly. Shields going to try it. Throw in the dirt. Goes into center field. Ball hopped up. He and Nomar kind of collided. Shield had time but rushed the throw and throws it by Nomar to center, and everybody's safe.
Now a bad bunt right here by Harris. He bunts the ball that's way out of the strike zone. He's fortunate to even get it on the ground, but Shield right there had plenty of time to go to second base. He rushes the throw. It gets by Garcia-Parra, but fortunately the runner has to stay at second base. That's bad all the way around. I mean, a bad pitch to bunt. He did get it down, but he got it right back to the pitcher, and now he can't execute the play at second base.
So 2 on, nobody out, and Giangelo Jimenez coming up 1 for 3 in the game. He's singled to right in the third inning. Again, Bill Miller in on the grass at third. You got the heavy hitters coming up behind Jimenez too. You got Thomas and Ordonez. And a tie game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And he is squaring to bunt. Popped up. Miller will make the catch. Well, the White Sox inability really to get some quality bunts down.
It's just terrible. I mean, you know, when you go to bunt, sacrifice, you go into a squat and you put the bat at the top of the strike zone. In other words, about letter high. Anything above that, you let it go. These guys are bunting at balls that are up above their letters, and that's a perfect pitch to pop up. So there's a break for the Red Sox. That's just poor execution by Jimenez.
So a big out for Jason Shield and the Red Sox. Frank Thomas 1 for 3, singled his last time up. Well, stuff has been up for Jason Shield so far. He goes off the backside of the mound. Eric Lowe today went 6 innings, giving up 7 hits, 3 runs. He walked 3, struck out 2, and will get a no decision today. Missing up top again. 2-0.
Not a good spot to be in against Frank Thomas.
Sox have action in the pen now. Left-hander up. Crushed but foul down the left field line. He was sitting dead red on the 2-0 and fouls it off. Emery in the bullpen. Two on, 1 away. 3-3 ball game in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Shield ready with the 2-1 to Frank Thomas. Fooled him on that pitch. Thomas changed his mind in the middle, and the count evens up at 2-2.
Yeah, once again, Thomas sitting on the fastball. Instead, he gets the slider from Jason Shield.
Veritek setting up outside, and they get him outside. So a strikeout for Shield. Couldn't pick a better time to get his first, and there's 2 down.
That challenges Thomas with the high fastball. Up and away. No contact from Frank Thomas. So the Red Sox very close to getting out of some trouble in this inning.
White Sox had 2 on with nobody out. They have the same 2 on with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. And it's still a big out here to get in Maglio Ordonez, who's walked twice today and has grounded out to shortstop. He has scored 2 runs. Both times that he walked, he scored. Waits on deck. I wonder if they get that far to the lefty, whether Embry would be coming on from the Boston bullpen. He is pretty much ready out there in the pen.
Well, they won't be facing Daubach. He'd probably face Konerko.
1-0 in their first strike. Is hitting under his norm. He's been a .300 hitter in his career, hitting at .273 coming into today's action. 1-1 in the air, down the line in right. It is bending, and it will bend its way foul. Trot Nixon giving chase, but a foul ball, and it's 1-2 now to Maglio Ordonez. Second and 2 down in the inning. Veritek was out to talk to Jason Shield about the pitch selection here. Norris at first, Josh Paul at second, 2 down. Off speed, it gets him. Strike 3, back-to-back Ks for Jason Shield, who gets out of the jam, and we're still tied at 3.
Yeah, cute.
Time out. Mike here needs to get in touch with his masculine side fast. Good thing T-Mobile lets him call whenever he wants. Go.
Hi, honey.
The guys and I are going to go eat some red meat. I don't know when I'm going to be home.
Did you say cute again?
Yeah.
The most whenever minutes, only from T-Mobile.
Get more.
Michelin designed the cross-terrain SUV tires specifically for SUVs to help provide responsive handling and a smooth ride. You'd be surprised just how smooth. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires. Want to help Special Olympics? Want a Michelin Man bobblehead? Go to MichelinMan.com to find out how.
Think any truck compares to F-150 or Super Duty? Look again. F-Series, the #1 selling truck in America. Super Duty, more pulling power than any truck on the planet. And F-150 was named the highest-ranked full-size pickup in initial quality by J.D. Power & Associates. To celebrate Ford's 100th anniversary, get an F-150 or Super Duty with 0 financing for up to 60 months or up to $3,000 cash back. Only at your New England Ford dealer.
If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Morning.
Those are all good, but after cheating on me, he deserves something way more painful.
Tell it over a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
Back in Chicago, top of the 8th, tied at 3. Johnny Damon trying to bunt his way on to begin the inning. Punched at it for strike 1. Damon, Walker, and Garcia Parra to face Damaso Marte. Came on an inning ago. And despite the fact 2 of the 3 hitters that he faced sent him to the track, he had a 1-2-3 7th inning. Damon lunging after that pitch, 0-2. Johnny had 3 hits here last night, looking for his first hit today, as he has flied out 3 times in the game. Just off the outside edge. A pretty good job by Jason Shield to get out of that jam last inning.
Yeah, with a little bit of help from Jimenez, the second baseman. That was a big play in that inning, not getting that bunt down. Gave a free out to the Red Sox and really kind of changed the momentum in that inning. And Shield came back very strong to get Frank Thomas and Ordonez.
Then outside, 2-2. Action in the White Sox bullpen. They have a right-hander up.
It's like flash to me.
Yeah, it does. Damon waves at that and strikes out. First strikeout for Marte. 1 down. Let's check in with Tom Karen. Tom?
Don, time for our Citizens Bank Not Your Typical Fans. Some fans who moved out here from New England. Yvette claims to be the head of the Illinois chapter of the Nesson Fan Club.
That's right, Tom.
I don't think there's anybody else fighting for that title.
Well, no, but, you know, you take what you can get.
Now, you had a sign here that you had this seat for me if I wanted it, but then I found out you have another sign that says it's available for Charlie Moore.
Well, we would have preferred Charlie, but there's no fishing out here, so...
You were disappointed when I show up because I didn't have Wally.
Yeah, we are. We saw that Wally's up in the Adirondack chair with Jerry. We see him up there, but he's not bringing us any hits.
So you wanted him down here?
We did. We think it would be good luck for the team.
He's still trying to recuperate from the massage. That's our Citizens Bank Not Your Typical Fans, guys.
All right, Tom, thanks very much. Todd Walker robbed on a line drive to right center field. Maglio Ordonez with a sliding catch. 2 down.
It's some pretty good defensive plays. You know, some bad ones and some good ones in this game. A lot of the good plays coming from the outfielders of the Chicago White Sox. That little cross-handed slap at Tom, wasn't it? Yeah. She'd prefer Charlie Moore.
They're just Charlie Moore fans, that's all. And Jerry Manuel heading to the mound with 2 outs in the inning. And that's going to do it for Marte. So he faces 5 batters, retires them all. And with 2 outs in the 8th inning, the White Sox will use their bullpen again. We're tied at 3 from Chicago. A pitching change.
My problem with the dish, basically in bad weather with strong winds, I would always lose my connection. This thing's like a sail. The dish company told me to put it in a bucket of cement. I'm thinking to myself, where am I going to mix cement? I live in an apartment! So I built this. It seemed to work. Sorta. Enough was enough. I called Comcast, they came out, and in no time I had digital cable. It works great. No assembly required.
Jeep vehicles have proven themselves by winning more awards than any other brand of 4x4.
Now let us prove they're the best values in America.
During the Jeep Summer Sales Drive, where you'll get great deals on Jeep vehicles. Like Wrangler Rubicon, the most capable Jeep vehicle ever. And Liberty, the best-selling vehicle in its class.
Get 0% financing for 60 months or big cash allowances. Plus a 7-year, 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty on every one, including Grand Cherokee.
Let us prove we've got the best values in America. Hurry to your Jeep dealer today.
Now back in Chicago, John Henry and family hoping the Red Sox can push across a couple more runs in this game. We're all tied at 3. Stay tuned after the game for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox post-game show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis, hosted by Bob Rogers and a lineup of studio analysts. After the last inning, the action's just beginning.
Well, a new pitcher for the White Sox. Second time we've seen him in the series. A former Red Sox right-hander, Tom Gordon.
Picked up a save, his first of the year against the Red Sox a couple of nights ago. An inning in that game, and allowed 1 hit, had 1 strikeout. That was the 99th career save for Tom Gordon. And that night, Tom featured a 95-96 mile-an-hour fastball. We'll see what he comes back with here in the day game.
Omar Garcia-Parra with an 11-game hitting streak coming into the action this afternoon. Does not have a hit today. He's 0 for 3. Did reach in the first inning on an error and came around to score the Red Sox second run. the dirt, and Nomar ahead 2-0. Tommaso Marte, the middleman of the three arms used today for the White Sox, goes an inning and 2/3 and retires everybody that he faces at one strikeout. Fouls it off. 2-1. He started for the White Sox. Dan Wright went the first 6 innings, giving up a hit, 3 runs. 2 were earned. He walked 4 and struck out 4. Has his 5th no decision in a row, as he has not had much luck. 3-1. 93 miles per hour that time from Tom Gordon. Over the mound towards shortstop. Valentin on the run and in time to get Nomar. Red Sox go 1-2-3 in the 8th. On to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 3.
For extra convenience, extra value, and extra service, stop at Extra Mart. When you're on the go, you need a little extra. Fuel up on Extra Mart's Deli Joe sandwiches, Brew Boy coffee, and more. For your car, Extra Mart offers the brands you know at competitive prices.
All month at Extra Mart, pick up very fine Fruit 2.0 or Fruit 2.0 Plus for just 99 cents. Tastes great, no carbs or calories.
With over 150 locations throughout New England, be smart. Shop Extra Mart.
Suarez, I have some good news. I'm taking you out.
Oh, you said you had good news.
I do. I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico. Give me the ball.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
You have the ultimate power to look better, to be stronger, to redefine your body and yourself. Introducing the Bowflex Ultimate. Quite possibly the best home fitness machine ever made. In as little as 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, you can get real results that can change your entire body. With over 90 health club quality exercises and up to 410 pounds of resistance, it's like having an entire gym in your home. Bowflex is so effective that we guarantee you'll get the results you want in 6 weeks or less. Own the new Bowflex Ultimate with no money down and monthly payments lower than many health club dues. Call and ask for a free video and brochure, and check out the entire Bowflex lineup, or visit us on the web at bowflexultimate.com today. The new Bowflex for ultimate results.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back in Chicago as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Let's take a look at the game summary so far as we're tied at 3. They're close 6 innings, giving up 3 runs. 2 were earned. And Wright started off very rough, giving up 3 in the first. He would settle down to give up no further runs in his 6 innings. Trot Nixon with a 2-run single in the first. Millar walked with the bases loaded. And Maglio Ordonez has walked twice and has scored twice. Tied at 3, heading to the bottom of the 8th inning. And we'll have a pinch hitter in Brian Daubach's spot as Paul Konerko has grabbed a bat to face the new pitcher, Alan Embry.
And see the numbers for Alan Embry. Embry worked Wednesday, which was yesterday, against the White Sox. An inning in that game, walked 1, did not have a strikeout, did not allow a run.
Paul Konerko pinch hitting for Daubach. 2 hits and a walk today for Daubach. He was on all 3 times. Pinch hit for Brian Daubach last night against Embry and grounded into a double play. Misses away, evens up at 1-1. The time the bases were loaded was a big part of last night's game. Popped up, foul off first. Millar giving chase over by the stands. And it came back, but he couldn't make the catch. He got over there, and that one just kept coming back and out of the reach of Kevin Millar.
It shows how difficult it is to play the wind here in Chicago. Then that wind is blowing from left to right according to the flags in the outfield, but clearly you can see this ball come back into play. We could see it from up in the booth how it was going to get back into the field of play.
That's weird too, is that the right field, above the right field foul pole, those flags are almost heading in a different direction at times. It's almost like there's a crosswind that appears coming that way, because the ones at right center are just rifling out. And the ball comes back in. So Konerko with a new life, a count of 1-2. When he headed over there, I thought he had no chance.
Yeah, that ball just can continue to come back in.
Popped up foul. Easier for Millar this time. One away.
Some boos ring out for Paul Konerko, who has had a complete struggle this whole season.
One down brings up Carlos Lee, who singled in the 4th inning, 1 for 3. He's grounded into 2 double plays. Last time he grounded into a double play in the 6th inning with the bases loaded and nobody out. White Sox ended up getting the game tying run in that inning. The White Sox tied the score at 3 on a throwing error by Nomar Garcia-Parra. And we're tied at 3 here into the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 away. Sounded like a broken bat. Carlos Lee will go get a new one with a count of 1-1. They get off to a very fast start from a home run standpoint. He hit 6 home runs in the month of April. And he has 11 right now on this June the 19th. Actually homered in 5 straight games in April. Tying Greg Luzinski, Ron Kittle, and Frank Thomas for the longest streak in club history. Limit for a strike, 1-2. His 7 career grand slams. He's hit 2 this season. But last time with the bases loaded, he grounded into a double play. The 1-2. 2-2. Nine of his 11 home runs have come right here at U.S. Cellular Field. Only had 2 on the road this season. Fouled off, backing out of play, still 2-2. The 71st game of the year for the Red Sox. They come in at 40-30. Game and a half back of the Yankees, who were postponed today, rained out. And Toronto today with a 4-1 lead over Baltimore in the top of the 4th inning at Camden Yards. If the Red Sox lose today and the Toronto Blue Jays win today, the Red Sox would fall to 3rd place in the American League East. Blue Jays have been hot. They've won 8 of their last 10 games. Chopped to Nomar. 2 down.
Billy Koch is up down in the bullpen for Chicago, I think, in case they were to get a run here in the bottom of the 8th inning, but a couple of quick outs for Embry. Koch, of course, coming into the game last night. Picked up his 9th save of the season, 9 for 11 in save opportunities.
Valentine 1 for 3 and taking a hack at the first pitch, fouling it off. The hit for Valentine was an infield hit in the 4th inning. White Sox out hitting the Red Sox 7-1. The Red Sox have not had a hit since the 1st inning. The 0-1. Up and away, 1-1. The only Boston hit, a 2-run single to right for Trot Nixon in the 1st inning. Since then, they've had only 1 base runner, a walk to Manny Ramirez in the 3rd inning. White Sox pitching has retired 18 Red Sox in a row. Sox have run into some very good White Sox pitching performances, and Esteban Loaiza was the key to last night's game. The 1-2 evens up at 2-2 now to Valentine. Joe Creedy waits on deck.
The White Sox got their runs on a double play ball. Scored a run back in the 2nd inning, and of course an error back in the 6th inning to give him another run. Red Sox had 1 walked in, and then of course the base hit by Trot Nixon.
Wow, that one got away from Embry and well by Varitek to the backstop.
Just a little bit outside.
With his 10th victory last night for the White Sox. Kept the Red Sox at bay over 8 innings. The White Sox trying to take 3 out of 4 from the Red Sox in this 4-game series. The team stays alive.
All of a sudden we have papers flying all over the field.
The wind is swirling now. You look up the right center field, it's changed direction almost entirely. I've been moving from left to right pretty consistently. Now it's gone the other way.
Those hot dog wrappers and everything?
Yeah. Valentine able to work the 2-out walk. That's the 5th walk given up by Red Sox pitching today. And the first by Alan Embry.
Now Valentine with decent speed down at first base. He's also a very good base runner. So we'll see if with the 2 outs he tries to pick up the stolen base and get in the scoring position.
Joe Creedy's 0 for 3. He's grounded out, lined out on 2 occasions from his number 8 spot in the order. Red Sox offenses had their problems. They ranked 13th in the American League with a .242 average coming in. And conversely, the Red Sox coming in with the best batting average in the American League at .295. The Red Red Sox have been held to just one hit today. High strike call, 0-1. And some yapping coming from the White Sox dugout. Jerry Manuel is going to come out now and argue with Matt Hollowell. And he'll be ejected. He cannot argue balls and strikes. Hollowell took 2 steps and then ran him.
That may not have been Jerry Manuel who was doing the yapping from that dugout. And Manuel coming out to question what the heck the umpire, what he was yelling at in there. And Manuel immediately gets thrown out of the game. Been a couple of these pitches in this inning that have been up and away that looks like it have been called strikes. And maybe that White Sox dugout getting a little bit tired of that call.
Well, the 0-1 to Creedy will have to wait as they will check on Valentine. His lead was very short. Snap throw to first, and Valentine back to the bag. Well, Hollowell appeared to be doing a fair amount of yapping back to the dugout. Well, you're right. It might not have been Jerry Manuel who started all that from the dugout. And he comes out and gets ejected here with 2 down in the 8th. There's a strike, 1-2. Well, the White Sox have been ejected. They've not been overly happy with this entire crew, as Frank Thomas had been ejected in Game 2 by the home plate umpire Eric Cooper at the time. That was on a night in which their hitters had 8 called third strikes in the game. Leads have been very, very short.
What I would do now if I was a baseman, I'd shorten my lead even more. And as soon as Embry moves, I take off. Just guess. Not many times do a pitcher go over there 3 times in a row. He'd probably pick me off, but I try it anyway.
Struck him out to end the inning. The White Sox leave a man on. We've played 8, tied at 3.
Utility vehicles from Lexus. They not only answer the call of the wild, they also answer the call of the civilized. See your Boston area Lexus dealer.
Number 8.
First audition?
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Thanks.
Introducing Dunkin' Donuts' refreshing new lemonade culotta.
Number 9.
Made with real lemon juice, it's ice cold and thirst quenching.
Good luck. Thanks.
So when things heat up, it's just the thing. Stop by Dunkin' Donuts and try our new refreshing lemonade culotta. To quench your thirst, this delicious frozen drink is just the thing.
You want the best values in America? Well, they're here now at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive.
Where you'll find our best products.
Like Dodge Caravan, with over 32 standard features and available bucket seats. And our best deals. Get up to a $3,500 cash allowance or 0% APR financing for 60 months on Caravan.
All with Dodge's 7-year, 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
Let us prove we got the best values in America. Hurry to your Dodge dealer today.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back for the top of the 9th inning from U.S. Cellular Field, tied at 3. Manny Ramirez, Kevin Millar, and Trot Nixon face Tom Gordon here in the top of the 9th inning. The Red Sox have not had a hit since the first inning and are being out-hit 7-1 by the White Sox. Manny has walked twice today, once in the first and once in the third. In fact, he was the last base runner for the Red Sox. That was in the third inning. 18 in a row retired by White Sox pitching. And the 18, a combined effort by Dan Wright, the starter, Tommaso Marte, and Tom Gordon out there after Tom got the final out of the 8th inning, back out there for the 9th. Two and 1 to Ramirez. Evens up at 2-2. That one reaches the upper deck off to the right.
Once again playing on the line at third base is Joe Creedy with Ramirez to the plate in the tie ball game that paid off for him at one point last night.
Gordon with the 2-2. And a full count, just missing. The Rappers making their way across the infield from everywhere now. The swirling wind here in Chicago. We do call this the Windy City, and it is windy today. And he strikes out. Gordon went up top to get him. First strikeout for Tom Gordon, one away. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, your New England Ford dealers, and by the Bone and Joint Center at Caritas St. Elizabeth's, where you don't have to be an all-star to be treated like one. One away for Kevin Millar. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk. Kevin has struck out twice.
Tom Gordon still showing some good life in that fastball as he went upstairs against Manny Ramirez to get that strikeout. Another good one, 95.
He's looked very impressive in the 2 outings we've seen him here in this series. Red Sox in a row erased by White Sox pitching. Millar bats now with a count of 1-2. Trot Nixon waits on deck. And it is 2-2 to Millar. Looking to the bottom of the 9th inning. The White Sox will have 9-1-2 expected. Josh Paul, Willie Harris, and D'Angelo Jimenez. Anybody gets on, and Frank Thomas will get a chance. Held off right side, still 2-2. Sox after the game will travel to Philadelphia to get ready for their 3-game series with the Philadelphia Phillies. told Freddie Sanchez will see time over the weekend in Philadelphia. Popped up left side. Jose Valentin shading his eyes from the sun. And short left for out number 2.
Not easy right now for the outfielders, infielders, especially here in Chicago on the left side of the field. That's kind of where the sun's heading in that direction. And also with that breeze, as you mentioned many times, Don, just swirling around this ballpark. Every pop-up and fly ball could be an adventure.
2 down for Trot Nixon, who has Boston's last hit and only hit today. Back in the first inning with the bases loaded, he singled to right to drive in 2. That has been it. Really remarkable performance today by White Sox pitching. In the air to left center field. Wynn playing with it as Willie Harris moves over. And that'll do it. A 1-2-3-9, 21 in a row retired by White Sox pitching. We're tied at 3.
Okay, folks, let's get this party started. Call Seattle. Get McGregor on the phone.
Calling him now.
Morning. Morning.
This is Scott McGregor. I'll be out of the office all day. Please leave a message.
That's not like McGregor.
McGregor's not there? Great.
Excuse me, there's a Mr. McGregor here to see you.
Southwest Airlines last-minute fares. If you're paying more than $149 nonstop to Orlando or Tampa Bay, you're paying too much.
You are now free to move about the country.
When we designed the Nissan Altima, we put our foot down and came up with a thrilling Nissan engine, a class-leading oversized interior, and a breakthrough design. And now, just announced, the 2003 Nissan Altima with a $219 per month lease. Nissan Altima.
You have the ultimate power to look better, to be stronger, to redefine your body and yourself. Introducing the Bowflex Ultimate. Quite possibly the best home fitness machine ever made. In as little as 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, you can get real results that can change your entire body. With over 90 health club quality exercises and up to 410 pounds of resistance, it's like having an entire gym in your home. Bowflex is so effective that we guarantee you'll get the results you want in 6 weeks or less. Own the new Bowflex Ultimate with no money down and monthly payments lower than many health club dues. Call and ask for a free video and brochure, and check out the entire Bowflex lineup or visit us on the web at BowflexUltimate.com today. The new Bowflex for ultimate results.
Back in Chicago, all tied at 3. Remind you, this copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. In addition, the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox.
And a pitcher on for the Red Sox as we head to the bottom of the 9th, Brandon Lyon.
31st appearance for Lyon. He has a record of 2-3 on the season. He's worked in this series. Picked up the save on Tuesday night, an inning in that game. Kind of distracted a little bit, Don. We have some fisticuffs down there behind first base. Pretty good brouhaha.
Some kind of a scary place here at times.
Very well-dressed gentleman, too, that is being escorted out.
Pretty fired up.
He dropped a left hook on somebody.
That's on now to the bottom of the 9th inning. And the pinch hitter, Armando Rios. A pinch hit for Josh Paul, the catcher. Paul had been 0 for 2 with a walk. Rios leading off here in the 9th. Line down the right field line, a fair ball. Heading over quickly to get it is Nixon. Rios really not running that well around first base. Will stick with just a single as Nixon collects it quickly, but the White Sox have the lead man on here in the bottom of the 9th, tied 3-3.
Well, Nixon really got to that ball in a hurry on the down the line, because when this ball left the bat, you thought for sure this was going to be a 2-base hit. Very slow getting out of the box was the hitter as he kind of collapsed on his back leg. Well, if you can't get a double on that ball. Out of the game will come Rios. He's replaced by a pinch runner at first base.
So Miguel Olivo, the catcher who caught games 2 and 3, takes over at first base. And at third is Miller, anticipating the bunt by Willie Harris, who could not get the job done earlier. White Sox had all kinds of trouble getting the sacrifice bunt down.
Well, he actually got it down, but it was a bad throw by the second base by Jason Shield. Might as well test him again with a high one, a high fastball. See if he bunts at it and pops it up.
Down low for ball 1. D'Angelo Jimenez waits on deck. He popped up his bid on the sacrifice bunt to the third baseman, Bill Miller, back in the 7th inning. Out of the way, and he's ahead 2-0.
See what they elect to do now. Stay with the bunt on the 2-0 count or let Harris swing away. Might even want to take one to see if Lyon can throw a strike.
Brandon Lyon, the 4th Boston pitcher of the day. Bunt down the first base line, a hard one. Millar will go to second, and they get the lead man.
Well, they have been poor at executing sacrifice bunts today. Again, it's a high fastball. He does get on the ground, but it's very hard. Now watch Millar charging. That gives him an opportunity to go to second base. No hesitation at all. Spins, throws, and gets him by plenty at second. So, I mean, the White Sox have really hurt themselves in this game by not being able to execute one of really the easiest plays in baseball.
So Harris at first, still not out of the woods because he's got a ton of speed over there at first base. D'Angelo Jimenez, 1 for 4 today as they throw over to first, and back in time is Harris.
A tendency too for managers, you know, once he fail on a sacrifice attempt, you get a guy that can run over there, you let him go, see if he can get himself in a scoring position.
Brandon Lyon certainly aware of that, checking on him again. 3 runs, 8 hits, an error for the White Sox. 3 runs, just 1 hit, and 2 errors for the Red Sox. Nomar Garciaparra's error tied the score at 3 in the 6th inning. We're tied at 3 now in the 9th. Lyon just missing. Leadoff hit by the pinch hitter Armando Rios. And erased. The sacrifice bunt try by Harris at second base. Harris at first, and the 1-0. There goes Harris at first. Pitch swung on and missed. Throw down is not going to be in time.
Well, that immediately eliminates the mistake on the sacrifice attempt. I'll tell you, it was not a great jump at first base by Harris, but he's got outstanding speed. He just outruns the throw by Veritek. Also a breaking ball, and that's certainly to his advantage. So you're basically in the same situation. 1 out, and the man at second base in scoring position. Had that sacrifice been successful.
Jimenez 1 for 4 with a single to right in the 3rd inning. A count of 1-1. 2, and some wrappers blowing around in front of the batter's box. Derek Lowe today went 6 innings, giving up the 3 runs the White Sox have. Jason Shield, an inning of shutout baseball. Alan Embry, an inning of shutout baseball. And Brandon Lyon working with 1 out and a potential winning run in scoring position here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Wow, very close, but it's called a ball. 2-2. After Jimenez, Frank Thomas waits on deck. Strike 3, and he rings him up. A big strikeout for Brandon Lyon, his first, and there's 2 down in the 9th.
Now he's going to complain that pitch is upstairs. Certainly not too high. Veritek, watch him move that glove back just a touch toward the corner. And the umpire setting up right above Veritek. She had a good look at that pitch.
Well, Grady Little's going to come out to talk to Brandon Lyon. Nobody warming in the Boston bullpen.
Well, you get Frank Thomas at the plate, followed by Ordonez. First base open here with 2 outs. Neither guy recently has been all that hot. You know, Thomas has scuffled over the last 3 or 4 games.
Like Veritek was doing much of the talking. How much Grady would rely on his thoughts here.
Well, only if they're going to go after him. I mean, if Grady's got his mind made up, he's going to put him on. There's nothing to talk about.
See how they handle it. Frank Thomas 1 for 4 today, single to center back in the 6th inning. And they will apparently pitch to Frank Thomas.
So you can see Thomas turn around and take a look at Veritek. What are you going to do? You going to pitch to me, or you going to walk me? Down in the crouch goes Veritek. They're going to pitch to him.
Potential winning run in scoring position. Ball 1 to Thomas. All-time leader in many offensive categories for the White Sox, including home runs. Foul.
Thomas out in front of a fastball that was right over the heart of the plate.
One ball, 1 strike. 2 down here in the last of the 9th, tied at 3. Willie Harris, a speedster at second base, representing the winning run. The outside edge that time. 2-1, framed again by Veritek. The single could certainly score Willie Harris. The explosive speed that he has. Thomas fouls it off the right side, and Lyon a strike away from getting out of this.
And as usual, Veritek out with 2 strikes. The man at second to talk it over with Lyon. He probably wouldn't even throw down a sign or just decide on what they want to do with Frank Thomas.
White Sox have taken 2 of the first 3 games of this series, and are trying to take 3 out of 4 from the Red Sox. The Red Sox have had just 1 hit all day today, and trying to get another chance to bat today. Bottom of the ninth inning, a count of 2-2 to Frank Thomas. Willie Harris at second base. Struck him out. Frank Thomas strikes out, and we head for extra frames, tied at 3.
Okay, folks, let's get this party started. Call Seattle. Get McGregor on the phone.
Calling him now.
Morning.
Morning. This is Scott McGregor. I'll be out of the office all day. Please leave a message.
That's not like McGregor.
McGregor's not there?
Great.
Excuse me, there's a Mr. McGregor here to see you.
Southwest Airlines last-minute fares. If you're paying more than $149 nonstop to Orlando or Tampa Bay, you're paying too much.
You are now free to move about the country.
With this computer, you can even edit and burn home movies on DVD.
That'll be great for the stuff we'll shoot on vacation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, where are you going? Rafting.
That's it, Larry. Good job, buddy. Keep going,
Where's Boo?
Did I mention you can edit stuff out? That'd be good.
Thousands of possibilities. Get yours. Best Buy.
Nixon headed to the corner. He'll dive and make the catch. Nixon hits it in the air to right field, down the line, up, and it is gone. Sends it to deep center, looking up, it's off the wall. Nixon hits it high and deep to right, and it's gone. Grand slam for Trot Nixon. Nixon will slide and make the catch. A 2-run home run for Trot Nixon. 2 more runs are in, and Nixon's at third. Diving in right is Nixon. He makes the catch. Tickets are still available by calling 877-RED SOX 9.
Back in Chicago, extra innings were all tied at 3 as we go to the top of the 10th. Well, it's the best baseball weekend of the summer, August 29th through the 31st. 4 games in 3 days featuring trips to see the Red Sox farm clubs in Lowell, Portland, and Pawtucket, winding up with a Red Sox-Yankee game at Fenway. Plus transportation, 2 nights lodging, meals, game tickets, and even a Boston baseball marathon T-shirt are included in this package. For more information or to reserve your spot, call 1-800-336-2267.
Billy Koch, the new pitcher, as we head to the 10th inning.
Koch last night picked up a save against the Red Sox, his 9th of the season. Pitched an inning in that game, gave up 1 hit, did have a walk, and also had a strikeout.
Bill Miller leading it off 0 for 3 today. The Red Sox with a lot of offers, everybody but Trot Nixon, as the Red Sox have not had a hit since the first inning. And White Sox pitchers have retired 21 Red Sox in a row. The last base runner was Manny Ramirez in the 3rd with a walk. In the center field, a base hit for Bill Miller. The Red Sox have the lead man on in the 10th.
Hanging breaking ball from Billy Koch, and Bill Miller, who has really been struggling, picks up that leadoff base hit. See his eyes light up when he saw that hanging breaking ball? I don't want to miss this one. Well, Damian Jackson now to the plate. He, of course, came in for Giambi, and I would expect that he'll be sacrificing here to try to get Miller to second base. Got stuff flying all over the booth here. Wind swirling in the booth.
So Bill Miller at first base, Damian Jackson. Joe Creedy in on the grass at 3rd, anticipating the bunt. And Jackson lets that one go by. Damian Jackson, when he pinch hit for Jeremy Giambi in the 7th inning, hit one to the track in left field. And Carlos Lee made the catch. Red Sox have hit the ball hard at times and have their first hit here since the first inning. Bill Miller leading it off. That'll miss. 2-0. Base hit by Miller breaks up a string of 21 in a row. Retired by White Sox pitching.
He wants to make it out.
Jackson still bunting. Nothing with a 2-0 count. Gets it down the first base line, but foul.
You can get strikes other ways.
After Jackson, Jason Varitek would be next, and then back up to the top of the order for Johnny Damon.
Mentioned last night that Koch had really started the season in a rough way. Had an ERA in April of up over 8.
His first year in a White Sox uniform. All 3-1.
You want to give him a chance to walk you. Maybe take one. You can still bunt on 3-2.
And fouls it off. Now full count. Damian Jackson, 2 foul balls.
This will be interesting how they play this 3-2 and see if they have Jackson attempting the bunt again or just take it off and let him swing away. Mike Cubbage with the signs to both Jackson and Bill Miller.
Seen Dan Wright, Tommaso Marte, Tom Gordon, and now Billy Koch, 4th pitcher of the day for the White Sox. The throw over to first is also a look to see if Jackson was scoring again. He did not appear to be with a full count. And more signs from Mike Cubbage. Miller takes off, and Jackson swings away and fouls it off into the White Sox dugout. So Miller was on the move. Two to Damian Jackson. Miller at first. Nobody out here in the top of the 10th, tied at 3. Miller again takes off. This one will get off the glove of Olivo back to the backstop. Miller will round second and hold on as Damian Jackson takes ball 4 and gets away from Olivo. So Miller, who took off at the pitch, go ahead run in scoring position with nobody out.
Yeah, and Olivo got a good bounce too off that wall because it bounced right back to him. It looked like Miller was going to make his way to third base. He was off on the pitch. He's rounded second and then had to quickly put on the brakes.
So the first 2 reach here in the top of the 10th inning, and here's Jason Varitek 0 for 3 today. He has struck out, fly to right on 2 occasions. Fly to right in the 4th and again in the 7th inning. Down and in, ball 1. 93 miles per hour from Koch. He's all over the place right now.
Yep. Tell you what, he has never been automatic against the Red Sox. The Red Sox have always seemed to have pretty decent success against Koch when he was with Toronto.
Overall 0-2. Does have 12 saves, but it seems like he's lost more than 0-2 or given up more than his share in Toronto. And the Red Sox are at Sky Dome. Again letting it go. 2-0. Olivo can't find it right away.
Oh, there's a break. I mean, that ball hit the shin guard, it looked like, of the home plate umpire. That ball was headed back to the backstop. 2 runners would have advanced. Instead, after it hits the knee of the umpire, just stays right around home plate and everybody has to stay put. Koch's not even close to throwing a strike.
Yeah, Varitek taking here or trying to get it down?
I would have taken, but especially when he's missed by so much.
The 2-0 gets it down towards third. Creedy on the move, throws out Varitek, but Jason gets the job done on the sacrifice. To third goes Miller. Damian Jackson to second with one down.
I told you I'd have him bunting on that 2-0 count. Got a perfect pitch to bunt down that third base line. Well done by Jason Varitek. Bunted hard enough where that third baseman has to come in and field it. That leaves third base wide open and no other play but Greedy to go to first base.
So a golden opportunity here for the Red Sox. One out. And two runners in scoring position. The White Sox bring the infield in all the way around. Johnny Damon 0 for 4 today. He has flied out 3 times and struck out. Ball 1 to Damon.
We saw Damon squeeze the other night. Always a possibility, but with the infield in and a couple of men out there, I probably think Grady'd be letting him swing away. Plus, Koch really has had trouble throwing strikes. You got a guy that's having trouble throwing strikes. It's tough to put on a squeeze play.
Third, Jackson at second, one down. And Koch backs off. He's had a tough time throwing strikes here. Only out of the inning, the sacrifice bunt by Jason Varitek to put 2 in scoring position. The 2-0 pitch. There's a strike. 2-1 to Damon. Kind of a mock cheer goes up here at U.S. Cellular Field in Chicago. The Sox trying to gain a split of this series before heading to Philadelphia. A 2-1. Damon lines it to right in for a base hit. From third comes Bill Miller. He got a late break, and he is going to be safe. He did not leave right away. It looked like maybe for a second Ordonez might have a play. Miller was headed back to the bag at third, but he comes in to score, and the Red Sox move ahead 4-3 in the 10th.
Yeah, Bill Miller was standing just about a foot from third base, almost like he was going to tag up. The ball drops in, and it becomes a very close play at home. Ball hit hard by Damon on one quick hop to Ordonez. There's a good throw, but Bill Miller sliding to the outside does beat it. Here's Miller at third base. He sees the line drive. He goes back to tag up. Boy, when Miller's running down that line, he looks like he's, given everything he possibly has and more. Head straight up in the air, arms going.
The insurance run down 90 feet away for the Red Sox. As Damian Jackson is at third with one down. Johnny Damon able to push across the go-ahead run with his first hit of the day. And only on the Red Sox third hit of the afternoon. They're ahead now 4-3. A check on Damon at first. That is the 18th RBI for Johnny Damon from the 7th inning on to lead the Red Sox in that category.
Damon might be going too. Koch takes a long time to get rid of the ball.
In there for a strike. Todd Walker's 0 for 3 with a walk today. Up on the third base line. Joe Creedy coming from third. Now the wind playing with it, but he stays with it for the catch. 2 down. Well, Nomar Garciaparra came into the game with an 11-game hitting streak. Does not have a hit today, and will have a chance with 2 down.
This will be interesting to watch Nomar on this bat. He had kind of a shaky at bat last night against Koch. Koch looked like he had him very uncomfortable at the plate, which is unusual for Nomar. That's some leather lungs down there, don't we?
I guess so, yeah. Damon bluffs it first as Nomar takes ball 1. Red Sox have pulled ahead here with a run in the 10th inning. Leadoff single by Bill Miller. He comes around to score. And the pitcher of record right now for the Red Sox is Brandon Lyon, who worked the bottom of the 9th inning. Hauled off the right side. 1-1 to Nomar. Red Sox scoring for the first time since the first inning. And getting their first hit here in the 10th since the first inning. There goes Damon at first. Garciaparra takes a strike, and Damon is safe at second base.
Just a matter of time before Johnny Damon took off. He got that high leg kick from Billy Koch, and it's a pretty easy steal of second base for Damon. Plus, on top of that, he gets the breaking ball. No double steal there, just a straight out steal.
The 1-2. Nomar fouls it off to our right. We've seen Billy Koch, and I can think of at least 2 times that in Toronto, when he's come in with non-save type situations, he's not been as good as when it is a save situation. And that was the case here with the score tied at 3 coming into the game. And he gives up a run here in the top of the 10th inning. Omar pops it up into right center field. Over comes Ordonez. A lot of wind, but he'll take care of it for out number 3. Red Sox lead it 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the 10th. Bottom of the 10th inning. Back in Chicago, the Red Sox push across the go-ahead run. And Brandon Lyon returns to the hill for the bottom of the 10th inning. He will face Maglio Ordonez, Paul Konerko, and Carlos Lee. The expected trio, 4, 5, and 6 for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Maglio Ordonez has been on twice. He has walked twice, and this is down the line. Over comes Damian Jackson, a wide turn for Ordonez, but the White Sox have the lead man on.
And again, Damian Jackson getting that ball quickly down that left field line to hold Ordonez to the single.
Is Miller guarding the line? Does he cut down the line?
No, we very seldom guard the line. He was well off it there. See? Well off that third base line. Brady didn't like to play the line. Different styles for different managers. We saw Manuel do it last night.
So the lead man on here, Paul Konerko in his second at bat. He pinch hit for Brian Daubach in the 8th inning and fouled out to the first baseman Kevin Millar. He's probably not been asked to bunt a great deal.
We got to get some of those guys away from our microphones down there. Been a long afternoon.
Konerko showing bunt and fouls it off at the plate. 92 miles per hour from Brandon Lyon.
Now, a year ago, you probably would have never saw that, the way Konerko type of season he was having, but he's struggling so badly now they put the bunt on.
Well, Konerko has been up over 300 the last couple of seasons. And he comes into today's action with a 194 batting average, hitting under 200. Squaring to bunt again. And can't get it down again. 0-2.
Well, I'll tell you, that has been the Red Sox best weapon this afternoon when they've tried to bunt.
That's true. What, about 4 occasions now. It's a long time for Paul Konerko in between sacrifice bunts. Back to 99. Baglio Ordonez single to begin the inning. Here in the bottom of the 10th, Red Sox on top 4-3. Konerko not showing bunt after the 0-2, and he lifts it in the air to center. Damon is under it. 1 away in the 10th.
Well, again, not being able to execute leaves the man at first base. Now with 1 out in the inning.
Carlos Lee 1 for 4 today. He singled in the 4th inning. 1 out and 1 on. Millar holding on Ordonez at first. And Lee sends it down the right field line foul.
To keep a check on Ordonez every now and then over at first base. He doesn't have blazing speed, but he will steal a base. 6 this season, caught twice.
The 0-1 to Carlos Lee will have to wait as Lyon does indeed check on Ordonez over at first. Close started the first 6, giving up 3 runs. Jason Shield a shutout inning. Alan Embry a shutout inning, and Brandon Lyon into his 2nd inning of relief. Carlos Lee goes lunging after strike 2.
Now Brandon Lyon will show you 4 different pitches: the fastball, the big curveball, slider, and changeup. That time that big sweeping breaking ball completely fooled Carlos Lee.
It makes him a different kind of closer type with that kind of repertoire.
Now you don't generally see closers using 4 pitches.
The 0-2. Chop left side to third. Miller to second for 1. On to first. Double play. Ball game over. The Red Sox win it in 10. A 4-3 Red Sox victory, and they gain the split of the 4-game series with the White Sox.
The Foxwoods chance play of the game, the base hit by Johnny Damon in the 10th inning, drives in Bill Miller to give the Red Sox a 4-3 lead and a 4-3 win. The Foxwoods chance play of the game.
The Red Sox with the win, better their record of 41-30. Johnny Damon with the RBI hit. And the Red Sox with the victory as they win 4-3. Brandon Lyon, the winner, he's 3-3. Billy Koch roughed up, gets the loss. He is 2-3. The final score again: Boston 4, Chicago 3. For Jerry Remy, this is Don Orsillo saying so long from Chicago. Again, the final score: 4-3 Boston. Now it's time for the WB Masons extra innings with Bob Rogers and Jim Rice.
Donnie, thanks very much. A win is a win. The offense limited to just 3 hits, but they outscore Chicago, and that's the bottom line.
Thank you, Johnny Damon.
Big hit for Johnny Damon. We'll get his post-game reaction. We'll also hear from Grady Little, and we'll talk to you as well. WB Mason's extra innings on the way right after this.
Shot left side to third. Miller to second for 1. On to first.